Hey guys, Nick here. This is my first video log of my training. At the moment I'm 12 weeks out from my next competition. You'll see me warming up with squats here. I eventually work up to a 200 for 8 reps. No belt, just knee sleeves underneath those track pants of mine. Last warm up on 180 here. And bit of pop off the top, bar coming off my shoulders at the top. Generally a good sign for my squats. Means I've got plenty of speed and plenty of power there, so that set me up well for my next set, which was the 200 for 8 reps. And my best squat that I've ever done is 245. Best I've ever done for 8, I can't actually remember what the best I've done for 8 was. It was probably previously around 180 kilos, so 200 is a fairly big PB, but it's been a very long time since I've done 8 reps for squats. But this is just in the lead up for my next comp, which is in about 12 weeks time. So my form generally stays pretty good on these squats, except I'm just getting a little bit of excessive forward lean coming out of the bottom of the hole in squats. Biggest thing that I try and do to remedy that, and that works pretty well for me, is setting my elbows in tight at the top of each rep. So you can see me do that on the majority of my reps. I may have gotten a bit lazy on those, and it's something that I really need to work harder on to do at the end of my sets as I start to fatigue a bit more. So you can see a bit of forward lean there. But that was 8 reps on 200, best I've ever done for squats for 8 reps, and that's no belt, just sleeves. After that, I dropped down to 190 kilos and another 8 reps on that. So the top weight was 200, dropped down 5% off that, which is 190. I currently train about 4 to 5 times a week, depending on what I can fit in. And that's generally 2 to 3 squatting days or 2 to 3 upper body days as well. You can see the bar speed has slowed down a bit on this set. But isn't too bad. But I was pretty smoked after the 200. It took a fair bit out of me. The training plan that I utilise is all done up by myself. I've played around with a fair few programs and tried a lot of things on myself. And one thing I do particularly like is the RTS method of training, which is the reactive training systems method that is by Mike Tushera, and you can find out more about his stuff at reactivetrainingsystems.com, but I utilise a lot of his methods in writing my own programs. So just setting up for a bit of assistance work with deficit stiff leg deadlifts, 150 kilos just for a few sets of 8, and this is I think my second set of 8 here. And this is just an exercise that I've done a little bit before and had pretty good result from. So I've got these back in my program at this point in time. After these, I move on to glute ham raises. Just body weight for these. This is a relatively low intensity training session, as I've just sort of eased back into training at the moment. Been sick the past week and just looking at getting things back going again. But my squat's going very well. Really happy with the PB on 200 for 8 reps. I was pretty happy with that. That's a lot more than I had been doing previously. And just finishing off with a little bit of light assistance with the stiff legs and the glute ham raises just for a couple of sets. Nothing too crazy. We should see the glute ham raises have a bit of resistance added, and the weights go up on the stiff leg deadlifts as well. But that was my first session, and we're off to a good start for this training cycle, so more to come.